YouTube. What's going on out there, ladies and gentlemen? It is July the 2nd, 2023. Welcome to the Anonymous Prepper channel. I am the Anonymous Prepper. So, I know I don't do a lot of videos, but I got a day off. So, I wanted to cover something that caught my attention today. And as we all know, there's a lot of crap going on right now, per usual. But some big things right now. We got the France situation with the riots. We have the projectile situation, as I like to call it, because I got to watch what I say because how YouTube has been lately. But you know what I'm talking about. There was a big block party and a lot of people got injured. And a couple no longer exist. Which is part of what I wanted to talk about. Is not specifically that, but part of that. Being vigilant. It is almost July 4th. And the question is, what are you going to do? Go out, have a nice barbecue, maybe do some fishing, have a gathering with some family and some friends. That's all fine and dandy, of course. You know, get out there and enjoy yourselves, live your lives. You got to. Time is very short. But something we all need to pay attention to, and also ourselves as well. We got to get rid of the politics. We got to get rid of the religion stuff. And no, I'm not bashing sides here. The point I'm making here is, you're going to a barbecue to have some fun. Play some cornhole, play some horseshoes, just BS with your family, whatever. Or your friends, just go out and have a good time. But something I'm noticing is a prime example a couple days ago. I was talking to somebody, and this lady randomly starts, harping on about politics. And she was asking me, well, who do you support? I said, I'm not going to answer that. I said, that's not what we're talking about. You brought this up. I said, I'm just going to leave it at that. I said, I don't want to talk about it. I said, I respect your opinion of what you're saying. Leave it at that. I don't want to talk about that. We all need to start doing that more. Same goes with religion. We got to set that stuff aside and just, keep it in your households. Somebody asks for advice or guidance, that's one thing. Keep it in your household with your family. That's your beliefs. People need to respect that. Not when you're talking to some random stranger, which is getting to my point here. 4th of July. A lot of people are going to be taking them shots. They're going to be having those drinks. And, it's going to take one little, discussion about something's going to fire somebody up. And hence, there's going to be another little situation. And I expect there to be a lot of them. Because, it's just a different time now. It seems like everybody is so easily triggered now that, they just don't care no more. It's like they don't think about the repercussions of their actions. They think, oh, I'm just going to do this and I'm going to do that and not think about what's going to happen because they have their beliefs. That's going to lead to a lot of bad things happening here the next couple of days for the 4th. And, it's, Independence Day. It's, one of America's biggest holidays. And with that, there's going to be those patriots out there that are going to get a little too irate and might do something stupid not thinking. That's part of our problem. We need to start thinking. Respect each other's beliefs, but don't push them down our throats. But the problem is now, it's either you believe this, or it's, it turns into something violent. Or you believe this, or I'm going to ruin your life on the internet. Whatever it may be. Why can't we just stop that? We have enough problems in the world. If it's, hunger, if it's the wildfire situation. Because, once this rain passes all over in certain spots, it's going to get bad again with that. Thursday night, prime example, because I'm here up in the Northeast. Bad headaches, wasn't feeling well, disoriented. Trying to operate a machine, let me tell you, it was not fun. But, back to the point. With stuff like that, with, the bickering and disagreeing when it comes to politics and religion, it's going to cause a lot of issues. Or also, not just that, I'll go to some other points as well here. Disagreements. Or, you get into an argument with somebody who is fighting over a guy, over a girl, whatever it may be. That's going to lead to more problems. We got to get rid of this stuff. It's like, we're in a very different age now. People are fighting over dumb things. Like little disagreements. Like I remember 20, 30 years ago, and yeah, I'm getting up there in age a little bit, but I remember things from when I was a kid where, if you had a disagreement, worst case scenario, you might go slug it out. Nowadays, if you disagree, it's a very serious thing where, you get stuck or you get popped. You know what I'm talking about. Or, in light cases, if you're a big internet person, your internet career gets destroyed. And that's the end of it. But in this time, we have other big things going on. And we just need to get along. We need to focus on, basically the big storm that is about to hit us. Because I know a lot of people are probably watching videos as well and getting information from people about the situation with the power plant. Or, nuclear situations. We're hearing a lot of things. I mean, there's so much going on. I can harp and rant here for hours making videos, but the problem is I don't have the time. If this was a YouTube career and I had, the followers and I had the ability to do so, I would. But I have to do it when I can. Plus, I have to stay anonymous. I pop in when I can. I'll post this or post that and do my thing. But being vigilant, back to another point. When you go out these next couple of days, are you actually paying attention to what's going on? Because here's a prime example. I was at the grocery store this morning. It was like about 7:30. Just grabbing a couple of things, and it was already starting to get packed because of the 4th of July. And it's not even the 4th yet. You know exactly what I'm talking about when you go to the stores. Everybody's shopping last minute, grabbing this, grabbing that. And I'm looking at all these people, and I'm thinking to myself, because there's always the ones, you go into certain grocery stores, they're sitting there just, BSing away with somebody they haven't seen in a week. Like they haven't seen them in 10 years. They're distracted. They're not paying attention. They're like, oh, here's a good old Billy Joe. Haven't seen her in, a week. Got to do the water cooler BS talk in the middle of a grocery store when you can't just have a cup of coffee, go out to a Denny's or whatever, and do it there. You got to do it in the grocery store. But the point is, they're not paying attention. In this day and age, you got to be vigilant. You got to know what's going on around you at all times. And no, I'm not saying every 2 seconds, peer over your shoulder. No, you got to just really pay attention. Pay attention to the people coming around in your vicinity. Is this person sketchy? Is this person, does something seem off with this person? You can usually pick out certain people, yet there is some you can't, of course. But you just have to watch. Because, that one person who you might not suspect to be doing anything might end up saying, oh, well, I've lost my house, I lost my job, I lost everything. What's the point of living anymore? And then they go and do some major stunt. Because that's a big thing I've been noticing a lot lately. You don't hear about in the news. It's just, oh, it was another mass thing that happened. Meanwhile, and I'm not defending these people, I'm just making a point. They're snapping. They lose everything, and with the mental health in this country and everywhere else, especially too, I mean, it's all over, is people are just not caring. They're thinking in the moment, impulsive. I have nothing to lose anymore. I have no money. I lost everything. And they just go out and do what they do. It's not good, folks. That's why you have to be vigilant and pay attention. Like if you go to the big block party or you go to a family barbecue, there's going to be somebody there who you're going to hit and push their buttons. And you're just talking about something. That's why we have to watch our words too. I'm not saying you're not allowed to state your opinion. It's just in this day and age, we really need to watch what we say. Because I don't know what it is anymore. Like I just said earlier, 20, 30 years ago, you had a disagreement, you might slug it out, worst case, but a lot of times people just say, okay, yeah, whatever. Now it's like, they just snap out. Something's wrong with people anymore. And I mean, I can go on a rant about that because I have a general idea of what it might be, but I'm not opening that can of worms because YouTube these days, you say something wrong or you say something you shouldn't when it's actually true, all of a sudden, the views go down. Your message is not getting out there to the people, so you have to watch very carefully. But, it's a day and age where we really have to watch. Do you have your emergency plan? When you go into a certain business, if you're buying, groceries, or if you're just shopping in general, do you know how to get out fast? Do you know what to do? if there is a situation where something happens. Or if you're just, walking down the street and something suddenly goes, there's a noise. Are you going to run? Are you going to duck and cover? What are you going to do? Do you have that kind of plan to deal with those situations? Because I know I do, because anywhere I go anymore, every steps I take, I make sure, my surroundings are checked. If I go around a block, for instance, if I'm walking and I turn to a new street, I look at both sides and I'm seeing what's going on. If there's somebody, for instance, arguing, I turn around, I'm going a different way, because if something happens, I don't want to be in that vicinity. I'm not trying to get caught with my pants down and have some big event happen where I get involved in it because, some type of disagreement about something stupid, because that's what a lot of these things are anymore. Not every single one of them, but there is a vast majority there. If it's over, like I said, politics, religion, just, disagreements on something stupid. Oh, your TikTok video is better than my TikTok video. It's not surprising people get into fights over that. And I'm just like, what? Like, back in the day, like when there was, a dispute or disagreement over something, more likely a dispute, it's because somebody was, talking smack on you, saying something about you behind your back. To me, that's when you confront somebody, because there's no reason for that. It's, somebody trying to stir the pot, cause issues. Nowadays, doing things like that, it ends very badly, and it's not good. So we really need to pay attention. Something else I wanted to cover as well. The whole France situation. You see what could happen, folks. I think it's going to cool down eventually, though, but at the same time, look what all these people are doing. They're freaking letting zoo animals run the streets. And I guarantee you, because how a lot of people are these days, they're just saying, oh, there's fires burning and it's because of this. Like, what's the full story there? There's a lot going on over there. They're blaming it on immigrants. They're blaming it on this, blaming it on that. The fact is, the country is burning. There's all these things going on. It's just a crazy time. It's one of those things where that could happen here in the States at any moment. It's going to take one small event, and it won't be a big one. I know that for a fact, because I look at 2020 with COVID and the way that how things went. No toilet paper on the shelves, and people were fighting in the stores for toilet paper. One little event's going to set everybody off. I guarantee it. It's quite a time to be alive, folks. Oh yeah, and there was one other thing I wanted to cover. And yeah, I know I'm ranting and ping-ponging on different topics here, but this is what I do. Stupid little thing. The giveaway. Didn't hit 5,000, folks. And I'm not one of these channels where it's going to be, oh, well, I'm still going to do the giveaway. No, folks, it's got to get to 5K. I know we can do it. And then I also had the other giveaway, which is 30,000. If I can get to that, I will give away a bug out bag. Fully stocked, ready to go. But, you have to do your part. If I'm scratching your back, you got to scratch my back here. So work with me here, folks. And I don't want to keep harping about that. That's just a little something I wanted to cover. Get that out of the way real quick. But also, something else I like to urge that I need to do more on my channels. If you have information about any event going on, or just general information that might help me too. I'm a prepper, I have knowledge too, but I'm always looking to learn new things. If you got advice, or if you know of something going on, or if you have inside information, anything you got, send it my way. My email's on the channel. You can email me. But I urge you, this 4th, don't stir the pot, folks. Don't do it. Go have fun. Go have some drinks. Don't be stupid. Don't bring in discussions of this and that. Leave that stuff in your personal life out at home. That's for you and your family, whatever your beliefs are. Stop, bringing them out into public and causing confrontations. That's your personal life. That's your private life. What you believe is what you choose to believe. And, we all need to respect that. Just, leave it at home. It's like going to work. When you're at work, you have your work life. When you leave work, we don't want to talk about it. That's work. We're home. This is our private lives. What we do at home, that's our business. That's how we should do it. You know, we got to stop this whole thing with putting everything out there on TikTok and Facebook, Instagram, every little detail of our lives. Oh, I went and did this today. Or, you know, I support this. You know, I mean, I'm not going to say, hey, you know, you shouldn't do that. I'm just saying this is my opinion here. Leave it at home. Because at the end of the day, it's just going to cause more, it's going to cause more, what's the word I'm looking for here? I'm just going to go with confrontation. Just because it always does. Leave it at home. People don't care about what you post online all the time. They just like to think, oh, this person's talking about this. Maybe I'll stir the pot a little bit. Or they just don't care in general. It's the internet. Though it is in a day and age where, you know, the internet is a part of our lives. We go to it for information or to fix a car, fix a kitchen sink, whatever it may be. But I'm going to end on this note. Keep your eyes and ears open. We don't know what's going to happen this next couple of days. There's a lot of big things going on in the world. Be safe this 4th. If you're going to be wild girl or wild man, you know, whatever. Be responsible. Don't be stupid. I'm punching out.